Good morning, gorgeous ones. 8 o'clock Friday and I'm in my hoodie still. I know, no makeup, no hair, nothing. But what I wanted to chat about this morning on our theme that we've been talking about of mind management, perfectionism. Now, as people, when we coach our people, we anticipate mistakes. Okay, absolutely mistakes get made because we're human, and that's what humans do. When we're learning something, we make mistakes. Just like a little kid who's learning to ride a bike, puts their feet down when they're not sure. You stop, you start, you make mistakes, you learn. Now, we had a webinar last night and we were thrilled. There were 167 people, I think, on board. But it was our first webinar ever. And there were tech issues. Mistakes were made. Emails where people didn't get the link for some reason. We suspect quite a lot of the emails went to people's spam and they couldn't get on. When we were in the webinar, we didn't realize that you had to turn off annotation. So everybody on iPads who were swiping, there were suddenly lines all across the presentation. It was real, it was raw, and it was okay. Okay, it wasn't perfect. There's a bit of us, Mary and I debriefed afterwards. Oh, do you think it was all right? It would have been nice if it was better. And we talked a lot about this idea that it wasn't good enough. And then we had a little chat with ourselves and said, you know what? It was our first one. Mary and I are doing the tech. Oh, Jodes, that's beautiful. Thank you. Mary and I are doing the tech. We don't have a juggernaut of support people. We don't have some fancy tech team who does all of our stuff. That we have a little team. It is mainly Mary and I. Erica, obviously our beautiful success manager, is incredibly important to us, as is a girl called Beck who does a lot of our social media stuff when we're not there. But the majority of it is Mary and I, and we take ownership if things go wrong. So for all the people that didn't get on last night, we are really sorry. We have got a recording. We did manage that bit. That was like, Mary had a big poster thing, press record, because how many times have you gone into a Zoom and halfway through somebody's gone, oh, I'm not recording it. But the thing is, right, we learned from it. So we talked afterwards, we wrote a few notes, and we've talked about what we're going to do next time to make it better. So when I'm talking about things, whenever we make mistakes, oh, Helen, you're beautiful. Whenever we make mistakes, this is for anything in life, health plans, eating plans, whatever it is. We talk about the three, so the SLC. SLC is like my favorite letters. And they are self-reflection, learning, and compassion. So that's what we've done. We've looked and we've gone, okay, it was pretty good. We did well. Reflecting, there was some stuff we could do better. And we've made notes for next time, because it will happen again. We will do another webinar and there's stuff that we need to know. We need to find out a way, for example, where the person who, like me, I was that typer, where I can let people in, because what was happening at the start, the waiting room thing, Mary was getting distracted by people, waiting to get in. So she'd be halfway through her chain of thought and then go, oh, I've got to let somebody in, and then lose her thing. It's normal for something to not be perfect. And I think that's what I'm hoping is that's what you guys like about us. We're not in a fancy, I'm always joking in my cooking shows about my tech team or my media crew or the, makeup, they haven't turned up. But it's because we don't have any. We don't have a fancy studio. We don't have somebody preening and polishing us. What you get is real. And it is us, as real as possible, and as that we make mistakes. So this is part of being human. When we're doing an eating plan, you're going to make mistakes. You know what? In some ways, you need to welcome the mistakes. That sounds weird, doesn't it? For a perfectionist, it sounds really weird. But when we make mistakes, that's how we learn, and we get better and better and better. Oh, you people are so lovely. I'm so glad it was helpful. But again, as and I know I'm looking at my desk, which still looks like a dog's breakfast. We wanted it to be perfect. you know, we spent some time, we rehearsed it, Mary rehearsed it, I listened, we tried to make it, we wanted to make it as interactive and as formative, but we're not tech gurus, we really aren't. We are experts in health, we're not tech gurus, but bloody hell, we're learning and we're getting better and better, just like you lovelies, just like you lovelies. So I think that, and I'm watching all the screens coming up going, oh, that it was informative and helpful. And I guess that's another thing to be aware of. All humans have a negative cognitive bias. And that means we look at our mistakes and we highlight the mistakes. It's in our DNA. It's a primal response to keep us safe, to be looking for the negatives. Doesn't make you feel that good, and it's not that helpful in our modern life. It's good though to be aware of it. Aware of this idea that no matter what we do in life, we are going to be very critical of ourselves. That inner critic that we talk about can be very loud and tell you, oh, you know, you buggered it up in front of all those people. How embarrassing, rah, rah, rah. Or you listen to the other bit that goes, you know what, wasn't perfect, but life's not perfect. We're going to get on and we're going to learn. We're going to self-reflect. We're going to learn. We're doing it with compassion. SLC. Vicky, yes, you were one of the ones, I think, that the email didn't come through or went off to somebody else. Definitely the webinar has been recorded and you are getting an email, hopefully, today with the recording. So, I'm so glad a couple of your friends are doing the 12-week program, Helen. It is, look, I don't know, I mean, we love doing it and it is wonderful. And as I said, you'll get us raw in our hoodies, our dressing gowns, our hair. This is how we are. We want to be real because, you know what, polished, that's not real. Anyone can be polished, and we are bombarded with polished, fake images from people that aren't walking the journey with you. So that's what we're doing. So my lovelies, it's me banging on. Keep it real. Doesn't have to be perfect. Learn from any mistakes. Don't run, don't hide. Don't be mortified by them. They're normal. They're human. We're human. Have a wonderful day. I'm a bit weary, I'm going to tell you, because last night I hopped into bed and I couldn't sleep. I was a bit wired. This morning I woke up early. I should be dressed and looking magnificent, but I'm not. I'm in my hoodie. I've had my coffee. I am excited. I will tell you this. I'm doing hydrotherapy today. So my first hydro in about 1,000,000 years, and I probably need it. I need to be looking after myself just that little bit better. So I'm looking forward to that. Have the most beautiful day, and I will see you all very, very soon, and take very good care of yourselves. Bye, darlings.